evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for Friday, the 10th of June, 2022, the premiere of The Quarry, which I played all day long because I knew that this game is around 10 hours long, at least from reports. I knew that me playing it over this weekend, I was going to try to beat it over the course of the weekend, at least the first run that I'm going to do in it. I also knew that I would probably take longer than other content creators to play it because I interact with my chat. We have discussion. I do shout outs, etc. I was going to be pausing and doing commentary in between the scenes and stuff. So I wanted to play the heck out of it today. Okay. And what I will say is, since everyone wants to know what are my thoughts on it, first stream today, first hour was pretty good. Why? Because it was the prologue. And in the prologue, you meet two characters, little introduction, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of supernatural stuff going on, a little bit of kind of what the heck's happening, because not only is there, like I said, a supernatural element, but then there's a creepy, like kind of backwoods country element, almost like, without spoiling, because I know so many of you are probably going to watch the playthrough, a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of reference, which I dig. You know, I'm a fan of the old school horror movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, some Evil Dead influences there for sure. After the first hour, the game introduces you to the actual cast of the game, because the prologue is kind of an introduction, and then you jump into the real game. And I hate to say it, but the rest of the first stream today, which was about two and a half hours, was basically learning who these characters were, introducing you to how they act, and I don't think I like any of them. I mean, there's a cast of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 main characters. Out of them all, there's maybe two to three of them that aren't completely unbearable. Three of them are. Like, three of them are absolutely, like, terrible characters that I hate their guts. I think they're shitty. Shitty people, as well as just unbearable dialogue. Some of the worst, most cringeworthy dialogue I think I've ever experienced in a game so far, I've experienced in The Quarry. No exaggeration. Okay? Keep in mind, this game's made by Supermassive Games, who I really like. I like Until Dawn, and I've liked everything they've done with the Dark Pictures anthology so far. Okay? So basically, by the end of my first stream, it was interesting. First of all, opinions. A lot of people were like, well, the first hour was pretty good, but the next 2 hours wasn't that good. But it seemed like by the end of my first stream, we were really getting to a point where the game was going to get exciting. There was going to be horror elements, because there really hadn't been that many up to that point. Okay? I was kind of torn too. I was like, well, I like the first hour, but I really hope that if I play this again tonight, which I was going to do, was the plan, play it all day, that it's going to pick up. Okay? Now, as for support on the first stream, it wasn't amazingly, oh my god, blow my socks off, but it also wasn't terrible. I think I raised like $80-something in tips, which is pretty good. I think Super Chats were okay. We might have got a couple of members. You know, typically for a new release, you do a little better than that. It was a little on the slower side for a new release, but I wasn't going to lose it or anything. I mean, support this week has been pretty good. Yesterday, for the Summer Game Fest, the support was really good, okay? So, late stream happens, and I tell everyone, come on by, let's chill, because I feel like something's actually going to happen in the game now, horror elements. And indeed it did. I would actually say for attendance tonight, attendance was quite good. We had between 200 300 viewers the whole time. By the end, we had over 300 viewers, which is good for a late night stream. What happened in the game? Some horror stuff. There were attacks, monsters, another supernatural element, some really cheesy stuff too. Like, again, really cliche horror movie style stuff was in there. Okay? Again, I feel like two of the characters are completely irredeemable douchebag, scumbag people, and I hate them. I hate every moment they're on the screen. Every word out of their mouth is like, Jesus Christ. It's bad. Okay? Some of the stuff in the game is unbelievable. There's actually a point where, again, you're supposed to be suspending your disbelief here for the game. One of the characters actually says, why would I say that on the phone? That's like something that someone would say in a stupid movie. And the other character says, oh, well, maybe we are in a movie. And I was like, is this Scream? Like, in Scream, that's the whole premise of the movie Scream, is that the kids in the movie feel like they're in a movie, and they have to abide by the rules of a slasher movie to survive. I really feel like this game is trying way too hard to do every cliche and cram it into one plot, and maybe it's trying a little too hard. Also, I hate to say it without spoiling, I'm 5 hours in, and I think I've already figured out the whole plot. Like, we're already seeing these elements, and by the way, I hate to say it, some of these elements are very similar to Until Dawn. And if you played Until Dawn like I did 7 years ago, when you're playing this game, you're not expecting to play Until Dawn Remake. And I hate to say it, the further into the game we get, it seems like that might be what it is. I'm not sure. Again, I'm only 5 hours in and I haven't spoiled myself. So I'm not sure yet. But it's definitely confusing. Let's put it that way. Tonight was a mixed bag for me. Like the second stream, I feel like the second stream tonight was better than the first because there were a lot of horror elements, which is good. But then every time that they go to this downtime where the characters are kind of talking or interacting, the dialogue's just cringe, and badly written. And like I said, maybe there's 1 to 2 characters in the game that I can stomach, and then there's others that I feel are terrible people. And the thing is with a horror movie or a horror game, when you end up liking certain characters in the movie or game, those are the characters you root for. Those are the characters you want to survive. So you want them to thwart the killer or the evil element trying to kill them. You want them to do this or that. In this game, it's kind of like, well, you're trying to keep everyone alive, but you don't like half the people. So it's like, oh, keep them alive. You know, if they die, I don't really care. Let them die, right? No, I'm trying to get the best ending. Let me keep them alive. It's kind of torn. I'm torn on it. So anyway, by the end of tonight's stream, all right, again, it was definitely of that opinion. Some of the chat liked it, some of it didn't. I'm still middle of the road. I don't know if I'm going to like this game or not. We're halfway through, so I don't know if we're going to like this game or not by the end. I have no idea how it's going to go when I continue to play it tomorrow. All right, but tonight, you know, support-wise, super chats, I got about $35, which is decent for super chats. I raised $7 in tips. That was it. And the whole stream. And this was the stream that, in my opinion, was better than the first stream. Okay, it was better. There was more action. There was more going on. I didn't really talk about it during the stream. I did send out like a tweet and I did do a post on my channel, but I wasn't going to sit there and complain about it all day. I wasn't going to be whining about it or whatever. But essentially, you take a look and it's like, overall today, it was supposed to be a new release day. I played the new game all day and it's kind of a flop of a day. I actually feel that if I had played Street Fighter tonight, I would have done better, for sure. And maybe if I hadn't played the Quarry and I played something different, sometimes, I mean, let's be honest, usual Skyrim stream will probably do about as good as the Quarry did. And that's crazy, because Skyrim I've been playing since freaking December, right? So it kind of baffles me. I mean, is it just people are just so turned off by this game, they won't support the streams of it? We had good attendance all day. We did. Attendance today was good. It was, you know, on the first stream around 400 viewers, on the late stream up to 300, which is good. So I don't get it. If you guys have any insight, I'd love to hear it. I don't know why people were so turned off today, and the contributions were quite frankly low. $7 is actually a tie with the worst stream that I did of last year, which was me playing Mass Effect 3. You guys remember when I was playing Mass Effect 3 and everyone was saying, oh my god, this game is so boring. Wow, we didn't realize how badly this game has aged. And I was trying to tough my way through it to finish it. And one of the final streams of the game made $7. I've tied that tonight for a new release. I don't even know what to say. All right? So what I'll say is this. I'm not changing the schedule. Here's the deal. Tomorrow, it's the Quarry again on the first stream. Now we're going to head around 8 hours into the 10-hour game. I'm assuming it's really going to pick up now, and now you're going to see crazy shit happening constantly in this plot. You would think, right? You would think that's where we're headed at this point. I hope you'll join me. If you thought that the first streams were boring, I think it will pick up. If you don't like the game, I obviously can't convince you to really join me. You know what kind of game it is. It's narrative-based, horror-themed, obnoxious people. You know? There you have it. Now, tomorrow night, I am doing Street Fighter, which normally would have been on a Friday night, but I bumped to Saturday this week because I wanted to play the Quarry all day because it was a new release that I thought people were going to want. So it will be Saturday night fights on Saturday night on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Only the second to last session of the 30th anniversary edition of Street Fighter. After this and one more, we're done. It's retired, okay? Now, on Sunday, I'm doing something completely different. You know, on Sunday, I'm going to be doing the React to the Microsoft Bethesda event. Sunday night, I'm going to do more of the Quarry. Why? Because I really want to beat this game at least once over the course of this week. So Sunday night will be the Quarry, and then Monday, the main stream, we're exploring the new PlayStation Plus tiered service for the first 2 hours of the stream. After that, I'm doing the Capcom event React, okay? And then Monday night, we're going to finish the Quarry if I haven't finished it yet. If I did finish it, we'll finish Uncharted 2. But it depends on how far I get in the Quarry, okay? So what I would hope is, you know, maybe you guys are staying away. Maybe many of you are playing it, and you didn't want to swing by until you were maybe way ahead of me. maybe you guys were watching some of the videos, and tonight on the late stream in particular, you didn't get caught up yet, so you didn't want to attend the late stream. Maybe you'll be back tomorrow. That would be great if you could. But all I can say is, if you could support tomorrow's stream, Saturday streams, that would be outstanding. Again, I have no idea what happened today, why the late stream tonight actually is tied for my lowest supported stream since the lowest supported stream last year, which was Mass Effect 3. Like, I was not expecting that for a new release. And by the way, this is not the end of the world. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it actually threw me for a loop, and I hope this isn't a pattern, because I have tomorrow, Sunday, and maybe Monday night to even get through my first playthrough of this game. And by the way, this game was $70. Now, a fan donated it. All right? Thank you so much to the person who donated the game, because that would have been even worse if, like, I paid full $70 for it, and I have a slow day. You know, it's crazy, right? Anyway, I guess what we can do is hope for the best tomorrow. Number one, let's hope the game gets better. Let's hope that the second half, because we're about halfway through. Let's hope the second half of the game, it picks up, it gets better, more interesting horror elements, more plot elements that'll make it more interesting rather than just teen angst constantly with a bunch of douchebags that I don't like, right? And also, you know, yes, admittedly, I'm hoping support will pick up. I hope that, again, if you weren't able to come by today, if you stayed away on purpose, hopefully you'll come by tomorrow, and we can, you know, turn it around. All right, and of course, Street Fighter on the late stream, we typically have a good amount of decent supporters who come by and always support the Street Fighter stuff. So I'm not feeling too bad about that. I think it'll be all right. Okay, all right, guys, that is it. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. By the way, thanks for watching my reaction stuff from yesterday, which was the Summer Game Fest. I hope you will continue to enjoy that and give me feedback on that as well. And I'll see you all in the morning. All right, guys, peace out.